So yes, this is the second part project that I've got going on in the background. Is dealing with things in the background that even I forget about sometimes. But just to let you know, like, just the little things, like the little things, the little ones. Here's what's going on I say right now, but yeah, check it out. So here's the second build, that I'm planning on, but at the same time, I'm not sure what route at the same time. I don't know if I'm gonna go deep, but it's still a cheapish route. So I'm not going mad out. I'm looking for like 400 to 500 brake in a Mark III or Mark II VR6 or Mark III or Mark II shell. So these are the parts that I got at the moment. Cheap inlet, cheap manifold, very cheap manifold, cheap turbo, cheap inlet, cheap manifold, cheap turbo. The standard bits, but I'm not going to use these. These are from my last project. To use these, you have to line hone the block, so I'm not using that. I'm not going that deep into the block. Mains, rod bearings. These are for the head. It's an AEM 400, so there's two 400s in there. I don't need both of them, I only need one of them. And this is the engine that's going on. Well, I'm thinking it's going on. The head's mad clean. The head is really, really clean. I'll take it off for you. I took off some of the bits already, but look how clean it is. And that's me, I haven't even cleaned it yet. Could find a cheap set. I was planning on getting some camshafts, racer camshafts, not mad high lift. I don't know, maybe 268 or something like that. Put some springs and retainers in, and then literally just cleaning it up, bring to the machine, get a sheet machined, skimmed. As for the bottom, literally just cleaning it up, putting some new rings in there, putting some ARP rod bolts, and that's it. Putting those bits that I said. So the only things I need to get now is rod bolts, and I need to get some other rings, and we're good to go. If anyone needs any ARP mains, they're for sale. I'm not sending them back to UK. I'm not sending them back to UK. So if you're in the US, I'll ship it out. Apart from that, it's all cheap, man. It's all a cheap build. Let me do the pricing for you. So that's like 130. That's about 150. That's about 100. So that's about $400 worth of parts. And if you convert that into pounds, something mad, like what, 300 or something like that, 320. And then the parts that you don't even, if you don't even need to go this route, you can just get like a VR6 engine, boom, as long as it's clean and the internals are clean and that, boom, headspacer. That's the cheapest route. Once you do that, you need this setup. If I'm honest with you, I don't know if the clearance is going to be cool on this. You may have to cut this and then use the original inlet, the inlet runners. So that is basically like a cheap VR6 build. Can you do that on the VR6? This is the 12 valve one. So for the 24 valve one, it's going to be different manifolds and that. You can mostly use the same turbo. You can use all of these same parts because they're all interchangeable. Apart from the rod bolts, I'm getting the rod bolts soon. Not in a rush for anything else. And then that's it. And then I'm going to get like another fuel pump, in-tank fuel pump to feed this. And then basically, yes, I'm hopefully not going to get cheap lines again. I'll repeat, I'm not going to get cheap lines again. So make sure you get proper lines. Preferably lines that run E85, Teflon, nylon, you know, the whole works. So that is the second build that's going on in the background. It's a cheap build anyway. It's a cheap build. So if you want to get like a definite like 400, yeah, run this, and then remember, unless you're gonna stick this 12 valve into like a DSG or something, which is, I don't know, people do some mad stuff. But unless you're gonna do that, you need to do stuff to the gearbox. So that's another bunch of money. You're maybe looking at about £400 or £500 or like $600 for everything. I don't know. But yeah, do your research on that one first, because the gearbox might not hold everything. Yeah, definitely. I don't think it'll hold 400. It's only a matter of time before it's going to start ticking. Anyway, this is the build, the second VR6 build, the 12 valve build. Yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, hopefully I can put in something decent, but that's a little bit later on down the line. I'm going to take this at some point. I'm going to take this block to the machine shop, get it cleaned out, get it bored, just cleaned out, and that's the main thing. If you're gonna do this, make sure you find in a clean block. When I got this one, the guy said it was proper. I was mad excited. Took it home, started, you know, turned it upside down. Checked all the caps, rod caps. One was moving. You all know what that means, yeah? You all know what that means. Tell me in the comments down below what's happening. Peace.